Play.
Scoreboard. All right, everybody, I'd like to welcome you into our broadcast this evening. I'm alongside Caleb Stewart and Aaron Powers out here at Morrilton. Got a good matchup between Pottsville Apaches and the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Morrilton coming into this one 12-1. Pottsville 8-8, sitting at 500. Got a fly ball out to right field. That makes a great play, showing a lot of range right there.
To the plate, number 1, G. Ray Morrill.
First matchup between these two teams. Morrilton got the win in 5 innings. It was not much of a competitive game, but that was a long time ago. I mean, both of these teams have gotten better over the course of the season. Pottsville obviously getting better, but I expect a different type of ball game this go around. That was a good hit right there by number 11, Gray Morrill. He's trying to get to second base. So
G. Ray Morrill hitting that gap. That brings to play one of our other seniors tonight, number 14, Great Garrett.
This is a beautiful ballpark. We're spiking with the audio. Yeah, I mean, this.
Compare this to some of the other ballparks around the area, it's beautiful.
No, absolutely. And they got one of the best basketball gyms, if not the best basketball gym in the state. Right behind us is Devil Dog Arena. But, I mean, this is beautiful. We got great grass and dirt. And it's just really kept up well. Great facility. Yeah, really impressed. Got Braden Garrett up to bat now, number 14 from Morrilton. Aiden Watson on the mound for the Pottsville Apaches. Brad is here. He's trying to get the center field camera working back there for us. So right now we're limited to just 2 cameras. The schedule said the game started at 5 o'clock, and then they even started before 4:30. So we apologize for getting the stream out a little later. We are in the bottom
To the plate,
of
number
the second
12,
inning here.
Kate Meal.
Started this game at 4:17, 43 minutes before start time. High school baseball is just different.
It is. I mean, it's out of our control, really. I mean, we're doing our best. We do apologize that we're getting the stream out now, and it's the bottom of the second inning. So, but the score is 1-0. Morrilton got 1 run there in the first inning off a pass ball. Got the pitcher now, Caden Mealer, batting ninth. Morrilton. Got a fly ball out the shallow center field. It's going to drop. Got a great throw right there from Porter Lee. Fantastic job right there.
Back to the plate, number 2,
Pottsville still without Izzy Johnson, covering from that collarbone injury that we talked about. So that's why you got Porter Lee out there in center field making a great throw right at Gavin Harris. Caden Mealer does advance to second base. The courtesy runner coming in for him. So Morrilton at the top of the lineup again. Maddox Hogan got a chance to do some damage right here with 2 runners in scoring position. Check swing in the dirt. That'll be a ball.
So confused. You good? No.
But, oh goodness. I'm sorry, I got choked up by some water. My goodness, this is just off to a rough start. I sincerely apologize.
It just doesn't stop.
Ground ball to Watson's, he does make it out.
After two,
Pottsville gonna get out of the
0,
inning.
your Morrilton Devil Dogs.
Morrilton unable to score any runs, though they did threaten with runners on second and third. It's still 1-0. We're headed to the top of the third inning. We'll be back here on Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Alrighty, we're back here at Dr. Ray Fullerton Field here in Morrilton. I'm so sorry for what just happened the last time we talking on the water. I'm literally just drinking it and just a quick accident. So I apologize if you had to hear that going on.
Now batting number 4, Bo Ade.
Bo Ade leading off this inning for Morrilton. Yes. Got a swing and a miss up in the zone right there. So no balls and 2 strikes on Bo Ade. Ball up in the zone right there, called for a strike 3.
Yeah, he's been calling that just mid-stomach pitch a strike this afternoon so far.
Well, it's kind of one of those borderline pitches.
Next
but-
up, number 25,
He's
Matthew
been calling- he's been
Loveland.
consistent.
Yeah, I mean, if he's consistent, that's all you can ask for out of an umpire. Obviously, tough job. But unfortunate there for Bo. I'm just going to read off the starting lineup for Pottsville. Batting first, Easton Stevens. Second, Aiden Owens. Third, Porter Lee. Fourth, Aiden Watson. Fifth, Landon Williams. Sixth, Cash Bartlett. Seventh, Bo Ade. Eighth, and now batting, Matt Loveland. Ninth, Gavin Harris and Caleb Wojtek in right field. Got Landon Williams doing the DHing for Wojtek. One ball, 2 strikes now. On Matt Loveland. Got that camera up and working, looks great. Good job of laying off that pitch right there from Loveland. Another ball down in the zone, so full count now.
What you do that I wasn't doing?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know. You said you had done everything.
I thought.
And so basically just redid it all myself.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Umpire calls the ball, so Matt Loveland gonna reach first. I think that's the first base runner that we've seen for Pottsville in this one.
Next up, number 27, Garvin Harris.
Tough day
want this.
on the plate so far for Pottsville.
Yeah.
Caden Neal
I mean,
and
if you got it for me.
Devil Dogs. They're great.
He's gotten ahead on so many counts today so far. Before he strikes out.
He's throwing a lot of strikes, not getting behind. Back-to-back pitches, pretty much, same spot right there. Sure, we might see some off speed down here underneath this. Gavin Harris.
You have Cash App, Aaron.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 1-2. Gavin Harris swinging a miss right there. Wheeler is dealing right now.
Yes, he is. He's in the spot. Throwing a lot of strikes.
Yeah, doing a good job with his location on his pitches. I mean,
Thanks.
Should be
it's been pretty dominant so far to start this
Number
one.
2, Easton
Got
Stevens.
Easton Stevens coming up to the plate now as Pottsville turns the order over. So 2 outs, runner on first. See what Easton can do here. Hit right in the head.
Knocked out the
Duck
center
in that
camera.
one.
Knocked out the center camera.
I'm glad that it didn't really phase him too much. I mean,
Yeah. A lot of times as a baseball player, you'd almost rather take him into the helmet than you would somewhere else.
yeah, I've been hit by a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right up the head. So, but hit my helmet and I popped up and I was ready to go. I mean, it didn't do much damage to me.
That's what he says. What
It's
actually?
90 miles an hour, so it was scary.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but
Modern day technology, helmets, definitely a big upgrade from just wearing a hat.
for sure, my goodness. I mean, what they used to play in back in the day.
Oh, in every sport, football, wearing leather helmets, and
Yes.
just hats in baseball, no protection at all.
Right. Yeah. Trying to make every sport be really just safer, especially in football with like concussion type stuff. And
Yeah, and
installing new
football-
helmets.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're installing new helmets this year, as a matter of fact. They look kind of funky, but makes the game safer. The concussions are supposed to be down quite a bit this year from normal.
Got a fly ball in foul territory. Third baseman for Morrilton trying to track it down. He's unable to make the catch. That was number 10, Bo McElroy. And even in football, like during practice, they're wearing those little helmets. They're not necessarily helmets, but like padded type of helmets during practice to minimize, more head injuries. Try to make it safer.
And obviously the rules and regulations and targeting.
For sure.
I still heavily disagree with penalizing bang bang plays with an ejection and suspension for a half of the next game.
Yes.
Very much disagree with that, but all in all, it's making the game safer.
It does make the game safer. Rocket hit out the left center field. Center fielder tracking it down. He makes the catch. So that's going to end the inning right there. Pottsville did get 2 runners aboard, but unable to score any runs. So it's still 1-0. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. Feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
And we're back here in Morrilton. 1-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Aiden Watson still on the mound. We're your Pottsville Apaches. Last time Aiden Watson took the mound was last Friday against Dardanelle, one of the better teams in 404 conference. 6 and a third, giving up 5 runs, but Pottsville obviously getting the win on that one. Watson.
Leading off here, Morrilton Devil Dogs. Number 15, Luke Carter.
Leading off this inning for Morrilton, number 15, Luke Carter. Ball low and away right there. Just missing. This has definitely been the best day that we've been able to come out and do a broadcast, as in terms of the weather. Tuesday it was raining and cloudy and all that mess, but normally we're also dealing with some wind and some cold weather, but today it's just beautiful. I know we talked about that as Corner gets hit right there in the back, he advances to first base, but this is beautiful weather out here today.
Next up, senior 3-0, Casey Jones.
Casey Jones coming to the plate now. Saw what he was able to do last time these two teams met. He hit a home run in the first inning, and then his next plate appearance hit a double. Kid can just rake. I mean, really can hit the baseball. This one down the line. It's going to be foul. And after the game, a month and a half ago or whatever, I asked Casey, like, dude, you playing college baseball anymore? He was like, nope. He's not playing anywhere, which kind of shocks me. I mean, you could be a DH somewhere. I mean,
He definitely has a great swing. He could help.
and he has the respect of everybody in this conference. When Pottsville played Heber Springs, I got to talk to my ex-coach, Coach Ryan Bridges for Heber Springs, and he was talking about Casey Jones and how he was wanting to intentionally walk him every single time he came up to the plate. But unfortunately for Heber Springs, every time he came up, the bases were loaded. So they weren't able to do that, but definitely has the respect from pretty much everybody. Definitely have to be careful pitching against him. 2 balls and 1 strike on him now. Runner is going. A swing and miss. Gavin Harris throw down to second base, just a little late.
You make it.
Luke Carter still in the bag right there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Casey Jones, but he does have a runner in scoring position. Ball outside gets by Harris. Corner is going to go to third base. So Morrilton really threatening right here, trying to add on to this lead. It's already been a more competitive game than the last time that these two teams met. Pretty much, Morrilton got out to a big lead right in the first inning of that one.
I feel that.
Ball in the inside corner. Casey Jones is going to watch it. Advance to first base.
Casey takes a base. Next up, senior number 10, Bo McElroy.
Kind of hard for me to finish with that loud music.
They were all walk-up team. Morrilton would have several guys on it. That's a very interesting walk-up.
They do. They do. It's making us laugh over here.
I'm just singing along.
I mean,
Sing along time.
Stevens
I tell you
for
what.
pretty much the entire season. His walk-up song was the Barbie song, Barbie Girl.
By Aqua.
But it's not every single time when he comes up to hit that it's the Barbie song, but it still gives us a laugh every time it comes on. But if it makes Easton be a better hitter, then keep it going.
Sure. And maybe he chooses that to take a little bit of the nerves off going off the bat.
That's that's a good perspective that you're bringing right there. I honestly didn't even think about that, but yeah. can make you loose and not stress so much. Got 2 balls and no strike on McElroy.
That's how you get in, right?
Can you move it?
Got a ball hitting foul territory. Grabbed. Honestly got scared for a moment. Hey, I couldn't find it. The sun's like right in our face. Couldn't see nothing, but 2 balls and 1 strike on McElroy.
I had a little conversation after that foul ball. One of them said, if you want the ball, say I got it.
Yeah. Communication is key. You know, when the ball's in the air like that, you got 3 players in that area. I'm not gonna even mention another time to where I saw that happen.
You just did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry for that. Arkansas Razorback. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I was at Youth America.
I did not leave my dorm the entire night. That foul ball. The next night was even worse.
Honestly, people have blamed that loss on me because when Arkansas was winning, I was in one position in one building, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to go have some fun, but I'm still going to watch the game on my phone. And when that happened, you know, Arkansas lost the lead and lost the game. So a lot of my friends like to blame that one on me.
Make some noise for him.
And you can blame me. Don't blame Carson Shaddy or Eric Cole.
No, I don't blame Eric Cole. I blame Carson
Shaddy. Got a ground ball to second base. Errant throw right there. It's going to score 2 runs for Morrilton. They're able to extend their lead, and
Going for 3.
that's going for 3.
Folks, a little
Gotta be
cheer
out right
goes
there.
a long
Really got
way. Give it up for Bo.
McElroy. You don't see that too often when
Next hit back, number 6.
going towards the dugout. McElroy's
White.
not only just going to second, but going to third. Thought he could get an extra base right there.
That's the second error we've seen from second base today. Throw to first.
Yeah, the first time Easton fielded the ground ball and threw it kind of in the ground after he tagged second, trying to make a double play. Got another ground ball, deflected off of Watson, kind of hit his hand or something. Loveland not making the throw.
Good hustle by Hunter White. Next up, number 35, Duncan Blakely.
Right back at him. Definitely hurting right now.
Can I get the first?
Flexing that hand, I mean. Ball came right back and hit him in the hand. That's probably not the spot that you want to be hit when you're pitching. You're throwing in. Looks like he's going to be okay. I would probably give him some practice pitches to kind of shake it off a little bit. He still can throw hard. Right. He wasn't. Ball was up a little bit. Duncan Blakely, the first baseman, is about to come up to the plate. Definitely looks like somebody who has some power.
Pitching for Pottsville,
You know,
number
the
1,
first time
Aiden Watt.
that we saw
Next
Morrilton
up,
this year, he was
35.
batting in the 4th, in the cleanup spot. Batting
Duncan
4th today, he's batting
Blakely.
6th. So kind of moving the lineup a little bit around ever since then. Watson throwing a good pitch right there. Watson keeping him honest over there. Hunter White. little bit outside right there. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Blakely. Ground ball up the middle would definitely be nice in this situation. You know, trying to get a double play. Yeah, the transfer was kind of, you know, he wasn't able to fill the ball cleanly. His hand cleanly.
Second.
So no throw right there. Breaks up the double play.
Yeah, I got scoring position. Today's starting temperature is 67 degrees, 13 degrees cooler than it was on Christmas Day this year.
Wow.
Put it into perspective, it feels pretty hot out here
Yes.
compared to what we've been used to, and then you think Christmas was clean 80 degrees.
I honestly forgot about that. Good night. We definitely we've had our cold nights here at the ballpark.
Got our global warming.
This is perfect weather, dude. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Fair
than
skies.
Prime time baseball.
this. Yeah. Love it. Harris trying to make the throw. Reach in safe. So full count now on Blakely. Doing a good job of being patient up there at the plate, not swinging at any bad pitches. Here comes the 3-2. Got a ground ball foul, first base side. Coach Matt Long's telling Blakely to get him a ground ball so he can get a run. That would be just what Morrilton needs right there. You just want to put the ball in play, put it on the right side. Yeah, they get a fly ball in foul territory. Cash Bartlett underneath it. Run at it! Hunter White, he's trying to make him make a throw right here, make a mistake. Obviously, you're not gonna tag up and go.
That was caught by number 10 catch.
He really made it appear like
Next up, Morrilton Devil Dogs, number 11,
Aggressive baseball.
Ray Morrow.
To do something. You do a lot of good things right there.
He really almost got Bartlett to throw the ball home. Got 2 outs. Runner on third base, and Gray, Moore, the DH. Morrilton up at the plate now.
One of the reasons they wanted a ground ball so bad right there was also because he's pitching from the windup.
That's true. You know, when you're not in the stretch, obviously.
Runner can do whatever he wants.
Oh, for sure. That's exactly what you're seeing right here, getting that secondary lead. Morrilton being really aggressive on the base path. Got 3 balls and no strikes now on Moore. Taking all the way right there. Good pitch from Watson. All up in the zone right there above his head. So Moore gets the walk right there.
Let's hear it for senior 1-4, Braden Garrett.
I'm curious to see what Morrilton does right here. With runners on the corners, 2 outs, you know, a lot of times that runner on first base is just trying to seek like a rundown type of situation, make the catcher throw it to second base, and kind of getting a rundown, let your teammate from third score before you get out. Could see something like that, but ball down in the zone right here for ball 1. Watson keeping them honest right there. in the zone. Harris is throwing down, so. Oh, yeah, he did. Great throw from down, and Harris and Pottsville gets out of the inning. No more runs attached. Morrilton does score two more. It's still 3-0. We're headed to the top of the fourth inning. As Pottsville trying to come back in this one, we'll be back in.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Dr. Ray Fullerton Field. And Morrilton got 30 years still on the mound for the Devil Dogs. Leading off the inning for Pottsville. Down 3 runs. You want to see them get something going offensively right now. Haven't been able to muster up any hits in this one. In the top of the 4th inning, so.
Now batting for Pottsville, number 1-3.
Want to get some base runners. There's 2 outs, and Owens flying out the center field. So, see if they can get Porter Lee on base. Yeah, starting to come around on Wheeler a little bit. I've been able to see him some more. Kid's throwing a lot of strike as he throws the ball. No.
Commentator's curse.
For sure. Another foul ball right there from Porter Lee. So 1-2 count on Porter. Got to protect right here. Swinging anything close. Cliche phrase. As a broadcast major, we're told to stay away from those cliche phrases.
I say something, because he looks at him right down the middle. I think cliche phrases are cliche for a reason. A lot of times they're true.
Yep.
That's on Kate.
Might have been a little bit on the outside corner. Strikeout to start the inning right here.
Now batting, number 1, Hayden Watson.
Up to the plate now, swing and miss right there. Wheeler's been getting a lot of swing and misses. Off-speed pitch right there, kind of buckled him a little bit. Keeping him off balance at the plate.
That was a really good pitch. He hasn't thrown that one too many times today.
No. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of off-speed. Foul that one off back to the screen. Fly ball out the right field. Backtracking it, gets underneath it, makes the catch. Good hit right there, just kind of hit it right at him, you know. Absolutely. Good piece of contact right there, just right fielder didn't have to move a whole lot, just going backwards a little bit. Landon Williams. with 2 outs now.
Landon
Doing
Lee.
the DH for Pottsville today for Caleb Wojtek. Williams is a kid that can really hit the baseball. Didn't start the season out, getting a lot of PT, but he's gotten his chance and he's done the most with it. That's why you see him in the lineup consistently now. Fly ball, foul territory over here at left field. Gonna get out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Williams. Comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss right there. So Pottsville goes 1-2-3 in this inning. No runners advance. Morrilton up 3-0. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here at Morrilton, Braden Garrett getting a thunderous applause as he comes to the plate. Senior night, and ground ball up the middle. And he's trying to make the play, bobbles it, unable to corral it.
Will get him to first base.
So Morrilton
Next up,
lead runner
your
on.
pitcher, Caden Miller.
Yeah, they're struggling in the field today for sure. A lot of routine plays that, normally they make, but it's not today. When you're playing a team like Morrilton, you can't afford to have mistakes like that. I mean, had a lot of mistakes. This has really been a competitive game compared to what we saw the last time. It's only 3-0 right now, so Pottsville's still in it. Great off-speed pitch right there from Watson.
I think he's done a good job today. He's gotten several ground balls that just haven't ended in outs for him. He had the one that hit his hand, and then 3 more that were ended on errors.
True, another off-speed pitch right there gets him a swing and miss for the strikeout.
What's up? Fresh is our turn, baby. Let's hear it for number 2. Watson. Maddox Hogan.
As the season goes on. Started out the season having to play a lot of catcher due to Gavin Harris having that Tommy John surgery and coming back from that. But he's really getting his opportunity to pitch and just doing a great job this season, especially these last couple of outings. And another ground ball, it's going to be foul on the first baseline.
You see the crowd finally filled out. They started showing up around 5 for some reason.
Oh, I wonder why.
What time the game was supposed to start? About 4:17.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, crowd is piling in now. I really can't get over how beautiful this ballpark is. Fly ball in the infield, Bartlett underneath it, makes the catch, didn't even have to move, just right there, literally by first base. That's 2 quick outs.
Next batter, number 15, Luke Corner.
Play now with 2 outs. Still in second, and then fastball send him to third. Ball up in the zone. 1-1 count now on corner. Harris came up looking like he was ready to fire it over to first base. If he did, he honestly could have been a close play.
It was a really big lead that the runner got.
Runner is going now. Ball in the dirt. He makes the throw to second. Good job from Owens backing up Stevens on the errant throw. So Morrilton does get a runner in scoring position. That's Braden Garrett, who led off the inning. Got a strike right there by the letters. So 2-2 count.
2 outs.
See if Watson can get the punch out. Here comes a bit. Connor gets a good piece of it. At the left field, unable to make the catch. It's Bo A-Day out and left. Looked like he made the grab, but
number 14 home.
Ball was in his glove, just unable to squeeze it. For Aiden Watson, it's got to be frustrating. Just your teammates aren't backing you up.
Next one.
Been a lot of errors today. They're not keeping up with errors on the scoreboard, even though they have an error column on the scoreboard. But that brings up Casey Jones, and that's why that out right there is huge. That's the unearned run. Even if Carter gets a base hit, it's an unearned run because Garrett reached on air, but you got to make those routine plays.
Yeah, and it's another cliche, but when they say first step back on fly balls, he kind of overran it a little bit right there. He kind of had him on his heels a little bit at the end, so.
He didn't really see it well off the bat.
I think it was hit harder than he thought it was. So.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Took his first steps up and had to retreat, but 3 balls and no strikes on Casey Jones. That one's going to be thrown in for a strike, so you want to be careful with this pitch. Even if you walk Casey, that might be best case scenario. Because we know what he can do, and that's what they're doing right here. So
that was number 30, Casey Jones. Next up, senior, number 10, Bo McElroy.
Right down the middle.
Make some noise.
3-1 count, so that's a smart decision. Bo McElroy. Right now for the Devil Dogs. little bit outside. Got some breeze coming in on us now. Feels great. Foul ball right there. Caleb, you wore a hoodie out here today.
Man, 45 degrees this morning. Thought it was 67. I said, maybe it's good enough for a hoodie. No, it's not.
I honestly think it's just because the sun's just glaring right at us.
Yeah, I'm wearing a black hoodie too. It doesn't help anything. Not feeling too much of the breeze with this concrete wall right beside me.
Yeah. It's all good there. 2 balls and 1 strike now on McElroy. Every time I see McElroy, I just always think of Greg McElroy. I don't know why, but
I always think of Rory.
Rory, yeah.
Of course, I like golf a lot more than a lot of people do. Some people say watching golf is boring, but I love it.
Scotty Scheffler, man.
Oh, he was on fire.
Coming out of nowhere. Watson gets the punch out right there. That's going to end the inning. Morrilton does it. Tack on 1 more run. It's 4-0. Pottsville still trying to come back and get some runners on
Pottsville
base.
Apaches 0. Your Morrilton Devil Dogs 4.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Here, Morrilton. Cash Barnett leading off this inning for the Apaches.
If you don't concentrate,
This music is really loud. I have Aaron Powers out here today, but Aaron was trying to get my attention earlier. Literally couldn't hear him. Brad Caldwell trying to get my attention earlier as well.
Now batting for Pottsville.
Sitting there screaming.
Just had to scream at me. Just so I could hear him.
Oh!
Two different mics as well.
Right.
It does not help.
Yeah. Swing and a miss right there by Bartlett. Good cut though. Took a big hack right there. Mueller throws that one in for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Coach Paul's trying to coach up his team over here. Giving him some good advice.
He's saying if he's throwing strikes and we're not already.
Yeah, been through the lineup already once. You would like to say they've been through the lineup multiple times, but this is Bartlett's second at bat. Check swing right there. He's safe. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But just really struggling at the plate today for whatever reason. Mueller doing a great job. Kid throws pretty hard. Looks like a changeup or something right there. It's kind of hard to see with this netting.
Yeah.
For me.
I got a pole in the way for me, but that was.
We'll make out number 1.
Definitely out ahead of it.
Bring up number 4.
Just keeping the hitters off balance just all day.
He hasn't thrown a ton of off-speed pitches, but whenever he has, they've been really good.
Yeah. It's really just been the location. We're throwing just pinpoint accuracy. Fly ball. I wasn't even mindful of where I parked my car today. I wasn't thinking about the foul balls. But
It did get a car though.
hopefully it doesn't hit my car.
It got a car, but not.
I kind of parked a little close.
I think whoever's car that was, I think it hit off the
The
ground.
owner of a green Buick Century.
Yeah, hit the ground. So.
That could have taken out a windshield.
Oh,
Did you hear that? He said there's a ball in somebody's windshield. So, there's a ball in somebody's windshield. Yeah, he said that. Right on the announcer.
PA announcer did say that the ball is in somebody's windshield.
Off the ground and everything? Wow.
That's wild. Oh, A-Day with a big hit out the left center field. Center field comes over, makes the play.
Caught by your devil. Next to Matt. Number 25, Matthew Love.
Yeah, Morrilton's outfield, they've been great today. I mean, showing a lot of range, going from left to right.
Yeah, really getting a good read off the field.
I can't tell exactly who that is in center field. I think it's Hunter White. Not leveling up at the plate now, swinging a miss. So got 2 quick outs now. Pottsville, it's just each half inning for Pottsville hitting wise, just been going by pretty fast. Swinging a miss right there on an off-speed pitch.
He's got
Dude,
looking silly with those off-speed pitches.
dude's dealing today. I mean,
He's throwing gas and he's painting it. Then he's throwing that. It's hard to lay off.
caught him looking right there. Freezes leveling, so Pottsville going down 1-2-3 right there. Nobody reaching base. Still have no hits. They got 2 more chances, but they're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning and tries to stack on to their lead.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here in Morrilton.
Yeah.
Playing Whip It. I've never heard this song, but Aaron's just giving me kind of the rundown.
Gotta watch the music video, man.
He really does know a lot of music. He knows a
Next
lot
up
of
to
like 90s
Whip It
music
Good.
and 80s.
It's number 6,
I'm not
Hunter White.
onto that.
All the music.
So
Love it.
I guess I'd be considered. Am I considered Gen Z or millennial?
Gen Z is from 95 to 2015.
I'm Gen Z for sure. Yeah. Definitely Gen Z.
It's a little small.
I think we're on this new generation, Gen Alpha, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Aaron says yeah. So Aaron knows everything.
I don't know everything.
Ground ball back to Watson. Makes the play at first base.
Now batting, number 35, your Morrilton Devil Dogs.
One quick out right there.
Duncan Blakely.
This game has flown by.
That's because it's probably a mixture of the nice weather, the early start time, and the good pitching we've seen from both teams. I let that scoreboard fool you just because there's 3 runs from Morrilton.
No doubt.
Don't take anything away from that.
And we said Pottsville has no hits in this one, but Morrilton only has 3 hits, so just not a lot of hitting going on in this one. Foul ball over right field side, but
They have 1 run so far.
yes, they scored off a pass ball, and the other one we saw 8A and left. Oh wow, Matt Loveland making a great play over here at third. Bartlett trying to scoop it, unable to do so. But that was a phenomenal job from Matt Loveland right there. Just even fielding that ball, not off of one hop.
Number 11, Ray Morrow.
Those ground balls have always been tough for me, especially.
Let's go, Greg.
They're not necessarily like short hoppers, but they're kind of in that mid area where it's just kind of tricky. But
You have some good reflexes to get some of that.
yeah,
Third base, hot corner.
no doubt. I played third base a lot over my, I guess, 15 years of playing baseball, maybe. So, I mean, I didn't necessarily enjoy playing third base, but I just happened to be pretty good at fielding baseball. I was one of the better fielders. Hitting wise, I didn't hit the ball that well my senior year, but I was in the lineup. Mainly because of my fielding, but third base definitely one of the harder positions, because not only is the ball getting hit so hard over there, but you have to make a throw across the diamond too.
Yeah, you got to have a good arm. You got to have good reflexes. It's a really tough position.
It's not for everybody, I tell you.
Played baseball for about 12 years. I think about 9 of those were playing third base.
Yeah.
A few years were first base.
Well, you know a lot about playing third base then. It's a tough position.
It got a lot harder whenever I got out of Little League.
I wonder why.
Distance just makes a big difference.
For sure. Got a 3-1 count now. Got a ground ball over to Loveland. Ball gets into the outfield. Ricocheted off of Loveland.
Devil Dogs, let's make some noise for number 14, Braden Garrett.
Looks like Cash Wilfon's going to come in relief for Watson. It's a good outing from Watson,
I think I feel for Watson. I mean, he's gotten so many ground balls and fly balls.
True, I mean, he's battled his butt off out here today. Just hasn't gotten a ton of help from his teammates out in the field. Just one of those days, frustrating, And Watson, only a sophomore.
People, how loud can you get for your Morrilton Devil Dogs? Make some noise for senior night.
Yeah, this is your first time getting to watch this.
That was weak. Try again. Come on, make some noise. Show them some love. There we go.
Fun coming into relief. We're going to take a quick break. Pitching change. It's going to take a little bit of time, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit,
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Back here in Morrilton. Wilfon still getting some.
This song is dedicated to Miss Bates, Morrilton High School's newest art teacher.
Probably have a couple more. Wilfon also a sophomore as well. So, I mean, this is a really encouraging sign for the future of this team, future of this program. Got a lot of young players playing big-time roles in this Apache team. Guys like Wilfon, Watson, Bartlett. Definitely got a bright future for sure.
What it's like to be me, someone to face the day with, someone to
Let's hear one more time for number 14, senior Braden Garrett.
Braden Garrett to the plate. He's got runners on first and second, one out. Right now, you really want a ground ball, especially up the middle. Potentially a double play or something like that could really help out. How's that one out of play? Strike on Garrett. Got a ground ball. Wilfon's going to field it, trying to make the play at first. Bartlett unable to catch it. That's going to score a run. Coach is waving ahead. Number 11. Gavin Harris is going to tag him out. That was number 11, Greg Mora. Just Morrilton being mega aggressive today on the bases. It's just.
I looked right when him third, second runner. I was like, oh my goodness.
Just really testing him.
Yeah. If you got a cushion in your pitch,
Number 12,
like this, I guess you can
Caden Mueller.
Be a little bit more aggressive.
Absolutely. And right there, just another error that we're seeing. That's just really been the story of the game. Just not been able to make the routine plays that they normally are able to do.
Yeah, and right there, just kind of throw that was kind of in the face path for the first baseman to catch. And with those quick steps and all that.
It was a tough catch to make. But Wilfon gets the fly out right there, even though he's able to get underneath it and catch it. So that's going to end the inning. Morrilton able to add another run to their lead. Pottsville still hitless. Let's see if they can get a hit here in this next inning when we come back.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Dr. Ray Fullerton. Gavin Harris leading off the inning for the Apaches, still seeking their first hit. Had a couple base runners going, but it's really been hitting in this one.
Down there hitting center field.
Starting off your possible Apaches at bat, number 27, Gavin Harris.
Right now, really needing to get something going. Been tough sledding here at the plate in this one.
Come on, Gavin.
They have been no hit before this season by Clarksville. Foul ball from Harris right there.
Yeah, no hitter right now. Announces Jinx.
It sounds.
But they only got 2 more opportunities, so they got to make something happen. Ball down. But it is a ball. And it's 5-0, and we've seen this Pottsville team come back from the same deficit. Last Friday night, we weren't able to stream that one, but I did stay and watch it, and it was just a fantastic game against Dardanelle. So they have proven that they can come back from a deficit like this.
That makes your first out. Bring you up.
Strikeout right there on
Number 2, Easton Stevens.
So Easton Stevens coming up to the plate with 1 out.
Stevens is such a baseball name.
It is.
I got Timmy.
Swinging this right there.
I think Easton, I always think of the bat.
The bat?
Brand.
That's true. It is the perfect baseball name. His brother plays at Henderson State, actually, Grayson Stevens. I actually got to meet Grayson. He's friends with Landon Reed and Nathan Hudson. So, both of those guys I'm friends with, and they graduated with Grayson. They have a lot of stories about him playing for Pottsville and how good of a player he was. And he's doing the same thing in Henderson. Hit the ball really well down there in the Delph. Yeah.
What can you say about it? Not too much.
I know, not too much. I haven't been down there that often.
Got a couple colleges. Other than that, got a McDonald's.
McDonald's. Oh boy. I haven't been down there, but I've heard, there's not a lot going on down there. But me and you are both from the Pine Bluff area, so.
Yeah, not much more to do there either. We had them all.
We did.
We had a couple nice things. Not anymore. We got a casino.
Yeah, casino is what we got going on down there, so. Saracen Casino Resort. Make a trip to Pine Bluff, me either.
If I do go in there, it's probably going to be to try their buffet.
I've heard the food is great. Easton Stevens gets a load of one right here. It's going to drop for the first hit of the ball game. Great job.
Next at bat, number 18, Aiden Owen.
Yeah, and Pottsville players over here saying, no hitter for you, chanting at the pitcher. Making light of the situation, but
that's what you got to do to get back into a game. You can't let yourself get down. You got to stay up. Stay positive.
For sure. That's all they need. They just need some confidence going right here to get something going. Foul ball right there. And speaking of no hitters and all that, last night Clayton Kershaw had a perfect game through 7 innings, and Dave Roberts pulls him. He only pitched 80 pitches.
Yeah, he was on fire. And
Only 80.
Clayton Kershaw said after the game that he agreed with the decision to pull him because he's just trying to win. But I mean, I think he's kind of hiding a little bit of his frustration. When you're pitching 80 pitches and you're pitching a perfect game, you don't want to be taken out.
Especially, where he is in his career, too. He's getting older, and he's not going to have, he might, I can say he's not going to have another opportunity like that, but, that could have been a really cool moment. A lot of people have forgotten about Kershaw.
He just had a very down year for his standards last year.
Yeah, he missed a ton of games as well. Just landed on the IL, I think, multiple times. I don't think he pitched in the playoffs. I can't recall him pitching in the playoffs. But still no excuse for the Dodgers to not win the World Series last year.
there's a salary. No salary cap in the MLB, which I've always hated, but there's not. Teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees always benefit.
True. But the thing is,
seeing teams like Tampa Bay and Atlanta and Houston be good in the past few years, it's really, reassuring. You don't have to have a bunch of star names to have a great baseball team.
for sure, we saw that with the Braves last year.
Hey, where's Freddie Freeman now?
The Dodgers, yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I mean, I could. I wouldn't turn down that much money either. Loyalty is not a thing in sports these days.
Apparently,
there's millions of dollars on the line. I don't blame him.
And apparently, him and Acuna, they didn't really see eye to eye on a lot of things. Just, Acuna brings just a different type of swag to the team. He likes to wear his chains a certain way, and Freddie Freeman would let him know, hey man, you can't be wearing your stuff like that. I've been seeing some stuff on social media about that. It's just, I don't want to say that's the main reason why that he left and kind of burned some bridges, but you just won the World Series. Come on.
He just won the World Series without Acuna.
Exactly.
That was crazy to me. Acuna is one of the best players in the MLB.
That'll bring you to your plate.
Win a World
Apache
Series without
13,
him. That just shows how well
lead.
together the Braves were last year.
Absolutely. Hey, Knowings reaches first base, so Pottsville can make something happen here. Porter Lee at the dish now, so runners on first and second. And just the Dodger team last year. Walker Buehler, Max Scherzer, Corey Seager, Trey Turner. Mookie Betts, I'm just going to stop there. I could keep naming them, but...
I was about to say, you could definitely keep naming them. You could name 4 other players on the roster. I mean, I'm no major MLB fan myself, but I know pretty much the whole Dodgers lineup just because they're so good.
Just them losing to the Braves last year just shocked me. I just couldn't believe it. Might see a pitching change here.
A lot of it's who gets on at the right time.
No doubt. Might see a pitching change here. Or maybe just a little mound visit. We'll stay here for the time being. Pottsville threatening right here. There's only one out. And you got Porter Lee up at the plate now. So this is a great opportunity for them to get some runs. Get back into this game.
Yeah, get 2 or 3 runs right here, you give yourself a chance in that last inning. Especially with either wearing down a little bit.
Looks like they're going to keep him out there on the mound. I wouldn't be surprised, if come out here in the 7th.
Make some noise for your Devil Dogs. Let them know you're behind them.
I'm not behind you.
I like this PA announcer here. He's lively.
Better than having some PA announcer that sounds like he doesn't want to be there.
For sure. He sounds like he enjoys his job here.
There's a few
special. Well, down and away. So 2 balls and no strikes on Porter Lee.
Which is good.
Hitters count. Here comes the 2-0. Here comes the 2-1. The ball looks like it's coming right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Porter. Got to be swinging on anything close. All up in the zone. He tags it out to left field. Ball's going to get down. Yep, Easton Stevens coming in to score. Knowings rounding third base. He's going to be safe at home. Porter Lee trying to go to third. Head first slide. He gets in. Literally what we were just talking about. Porter Lee with a big hit right there. And dude, I hate to say it, but if it wasn't for those errors, this is a different game.
Next up, number 1, Aiden Watson.
order with a triple and a big spot right there. Get some momentum back on Pottsville's side. You know, they've seen, this is the third time around the order, so they're starting to see him and get accustomed to what he's throwing more and more. It's another big at bat right here. A ground ball. Coach Falls unable to make the play in foul territory.
Really well hit ball. That thing in the gap.
Yeah, in a situation right here, you might want to hit it to the opposite field, hit it to the right side on the ground. Oh my goodness!
That was really impressive.
Saved a run.
Great stop line for 30, Casey Jones.
Casey Jones and the PA announcer just gave him a shout out because, I mean, I don't know how he was able to catch that one, but he did. Save a run. Here comes a 2-1. Ball inside for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Watson. You want to put the ball in play. You know, you can't afford to strike out in this type of situation. You want to shorten up your swing here. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big punch out right there from Mueller.
Mueller's still throwing strikes. Pottsville started hitting a little bit more, but he's still in the zone in front of his pitches.
It's going to bring up Landon Williams.
Out number 2 will bring up number 7, Landon Williams.
You want to get this run in. And, you know, that stop right there from Casey Jones, depending on what Pottsville does in the 7th inning, could play a big factor in them winning this game. Landon Williams, ground ball up the middle, second base, going to have to make a tough play. It gets past Blakely at first. Pottsville scores another run, ball's in the dugout, so Landon Williams is going to reach safely to second base. So they do get the run in regardless. Williams in scoring position for Cash Bartlett.
Next up for your Pottsville Apaches will be number 10, Cash Bartlett.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. Just unable to make that play. You know, he showed a lot of range in stopping the baseball, but a tough throw kind of, at second base. Bartlett tags one out to left field. Williams around in third base. He's coming home. He's going to reach safely easy at home. So 5-4. Pottsville's rolling in this one. And hey man, they did this Friday night against Darnell last week, and we're seeing that happen again here today. And they're in this one.
That guy has a lot of energy in it right now. Really shifting.
This would just be a massive win. Morrilton's coming into this one. They're 12-1. I don't know exactly who they lost to, who their one loss is to, but this would just be a huge win. And Pottsville has been coming into this one just riding high with a lot of confidence. And the last time these two teams met, I keep saying it, but it was a run rule. Game finished in 5 innings. This is a different team, and this is a team who's heading in to the district tournament on fire. We got a pitching change right here. Got number 10 coming in the game, Bo McElroy. We're going to take a quick break for this pitching change. We'll be back here momentarily.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and lead a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Morrilton. Low A-Day. Looking to do some more damage. Pottsville, they came into this inning. They were getting no hit. And then Easton Stevens starting off the inning with a hit, or after the strikeout from Harris. And then just went on from there. All it takes is somebody to get a hit. And then it's just, yes.
Let's make some noise for your new pitcher, senior number 10, Roy.
A-Day in a big spot right here, too. Got Bartlett over there on first. Might. We'll see if they steal him, but, I kind of doubt it at this point. Ball in the dirt. And, when you're coming into relief in a situation like this, it can be a little nerve-wracking. You're coming into a tight ball game, and, the momentum's not on your side. But McElroy just needs to get one out here. See what he is. One count on 8-8. Takes a look at that one in the dirt. So, on Bo 8-8. Got Cash Wilfon on deck. Wilfon hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities at the plate. Kind of just been pitcher for him this season. Another ball in the dirt, so.
The one strike he had was a ball that low in the zone.
Right. McElroy's struggling with his command, and if I'm 8-8, I might just be taken right here.
Yeah, at the same time, a 3-1 count with a runner on, it's kind of hard to resist at times.
I mean, obviously you want to be aggressive, but with McElroy struggling with this, throwing strikes right now, you got to think about it.
You just don't want to swing at anything that's not in a great position for you to hit it.
If it's not right down the middle, do not swing. Ball's down. Yep. So, A-Day with a great at-bat right there.
Now batting.
Wilfon in a big spot with Bartlett in scoring position, tying run. Leading run on first base. It's just a huge momentum shift in this one. Strike one on Wilfon. Wilfon's just a sophomore in a big spot. Ball down in the zone. Looks at it. Got Gavin Harris on deck here. Ball down in the zone. He's not calling him down there. He's not. He's been consistent, and he's just not calling it.
No, he's not. He's calling it a little bit above the belt, and he's also not calling it a little bit below the knees.
Right. He's not giving him the shin strike. Got a foul ball right there from Wilfon, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2-2. Dugout for Pottsville. Getting really hype over here. Love to see it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Wilfon looks at it
And
for
that
strike
will
3.
do it.
So Morrilton finally gets out of the inning, but Pottsville
That out was brought to you by
scores 4 runs. And they're right back in this one. Morrilton, let's see if they can add on to the lead and get some momentum back. We'll be back here on Arkansas Pitching.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit,
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Pottsville gaining a ton of momentum and confidence. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cash Wilfon, the sophomore, on the mound now. It's really been a joy to watch Pottsville grow over this baseball season. Didn't start the season off too promising, but really starting to come on last few games, and it just takes that one game, getting that one big win, and just change the trajectory of the season.
Maddox.
And that
Beast
one win
Mode Hogan
last Friday night. Just giving them so much confidence. They feel like they can play with anybody, and this Morrilton team has lost one game all season, and they're down 1 run. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. We got number 2 Maddox Hogan at the plate. And Morrilton is going to have the top of their lineup up, and in the top of the 7th, Gavin Harris will be leading off for Pottsville, and then Easton Stevens, Owings, and Lee. So Pottsville will have the top of their lineup up next inning as well. Hard hit ball to Loveland. Nope, gets past him. Out into left field. It's going to slide in for a double, so great way to start this inning.
If you're more.
Now at number 15, Luke Horner.
Sorry. Aiden Watson on third base now. Loveland went to the dugout due to the pitching change. Wilfon in the game now.
Oh, be ready.
Coach Matt Long trying to talk to Hogan about something.
Actually, somebody's gonna have a glove. Somebody has a glove.
First pitch is in for a strike on corner. Steps off the mound, checking on Hogan at second base. Good job from Harris blocking that one, getting in front of it.
Get that ball and put it up now. No.
Ball low and away. He's not calling that one. He's not calling it. He's not giving the pitcher that pitch. That one just was a little bit more outside, but swing and a miss right there from Corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position already for the Devil Dogs. Beck. Wilfon steps off again. And let's just say Pottsville's able to get this out. Honestly, create a double play situation as well if you put him on. You'll have a force out at first, force out at second, force out at third. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Coach Falls decides to do.
Now, in high school, do you still have to pitch to him, or can you just send him to first base?
I think you can just send him, but I'm not entirely sure. Corner hits one out the right center field. That one's going to get down. It's going to score a run. Hogan's going to come in to home. Carner trying to go to third. It's going to be a stand-up triple for Luke Carner. We're over here talking about Casey Jones and Luke Carner.
What about me?
It's a triple out the right center field.
Make some noise for number 30, senior. Bring him home, Casey Jones.
PA announcer giving Casey Jones a nickname. Honestly, you got no outs. You got to get out sometime. It's a big hit from Corner right there, just gaining some of that momentum back that they lost.
After Pottsville, you just want to keep it in control, keep within striking distance. Don't let it get away from you.
Three balls, no strikes on Casey. I don't know if it gets to Casey. It's pretty obvious that they're pitching away from him. All game, just not giving him anything to hit ball pins in. So he's going to go to first base. 4-pitch walk.
I don't think he wanted to bring home today. Give the walk.
He just kind of dropped his head.
Thanks. McElroy.
His on base percentage, I really wish I could see what that has been this year.
It's got to be close to 500.
That's what I'm saying, either 500 or north of 500. I'm just being honest. I mean, the dude gets walked so much, and when he does get the chance to hit, kid can rake. So, I'm going to bring up Bo McElroy. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Pottsville in a jam right here in the 6th.
Yeah, just any kind of out here. Double play would be huge. Strikeout. Just got to get something.
Runner is going. Courtesy runner in for Casey Jones. Harris throws it all the way
Second
down
base
to
brought
second
you by
base, but going to be safe.
Zachary.
Count is 1-1. Two runners in scoring position now for McElroy. It's going to be really tough to get out of this jam with no out. Got a fly ball in the infield. That's one way how you get out of a jam. Right there. Owens making a play at shortstop. Getting a fly ball in the infield.
Now batting.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
Devil Dogs. Hunter White.
It's literally perfect for Wilfon right there. Hunter White. Ball outside. there from Wilfon up in the zone. 1-1 count now on White. Wilfon steps off the mound, just keeping him on, just checking on the runners. You don't want to get out to a big lead. You know, they could do a suicide squeeze in a situation like this with one out. Try to lay down a bunt, still a run. Great. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a great way to get a run. It could be an easy way. Sometimes it's not executed correctly, but
yeah, if you send a runner and then you get a pop-up off the bunt, and that could lead to an easy double play. So squeeze bunts are not easily executable, but when they do work, they work really well.
Kind of a waste pitch right there from Wilfon. Trying to get White to chase. So 2-2 count on White. Wilfon deals off-speed pitch in the dirt. So full count now on White. Yep. You don't want to walk him. Even if you do walk him, you'll have bases loaded. You have a force out at every base. But Blakely would be coming up. Got a foul tip strikeout right there. So big time right there from Cash Wilfon. You had runners on second and third with nobody out.
Number 35.
That's going to bring up Blakely to 2 outs. And this is a situation where I wouldn't be surprised about an intentional walk either, but you know, we'll see what they kind of do. If you walk Blakely, you know, you have force out at every bag.
Blakely, you were saying himself, batting cleanup earlier in the year, so clearly he has power and cleanup potential. So it wouldn't have surprised me if they would have walked him here, but they're trusting Cash.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of power to his swing. But, you know, on deck is Gray Moore. He's had himself a pretty good game today. Ball inside right there on Blakely. So 3 balls and no strikes on him. You know, maybe he's, you know, kind of pitching away from Blakely. I don't know. But just kind of hoping he was going to chase that ball. We saw Hunter White strike out, you know, that last pitch swinging, foul tipped it for a strikeout, but ball was up in the zone. I wonder if, you know, kind of getting to the hitter's head just a little bit. I think I'll be swinging at that ball. It's at the letters. Or maybe even a little bit over the letters.
Yeah, technically that strike zone extends from the knees to the letters, but a lot of times they don't give that strike at the letters, but he's been giving it today. Consistent strike zone.
No doubt. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Blakely. Ball just a little up. Just a little too high. Coach Falls coming out. The mound visit.
Now batting.
Got 2 outs. More out. Coming up to bat for Morrilton. Kind of a mound visit. Ready for any type of situation right here with 2 outs. If they could get out of this with Morrilton only scoring 1 more run, that'd be huge. Absolutely.
There's some baseball music.
Yeah, we got the organ going on. Makes me feel like I'm at a Cubs game or something.
Now batting for your Morrilton Devil Dogs, number 11, Gray Grand Slam Morrow.
I love this announcer.
Has he pronounced his name Morrow?
Yeah, he said Grand Slam Morrow.
Okay, so Gray Morrow. I apologize for calling his name wrong the entire broadcast. Ball outside. Morrow. I mean, I didn't know the T was silent.
It's French.
seen it before.
Yeah.
You ask me.
My apologies, though. I gotta be better, man. Ball down the middle for a strike. Wilfon can't afford to walk him right here, so, you know, you gotta throw strikes, too. Great job from Wilfon, and the Pottsville faithful here at the ballpark really love that one.
Yeah, Wilfon working that lower part of the strike zone. You don't want to leave anything up and hittable. You at least want to get either strikeout or ground ball.
Got a ground ball to second base. Easton Stevens tags Blakely, and they get out of a jam right there, only allowing one run. So Wilfon with some great pitching right there to get out of the jam, getting some help from his teammates. Morrilton does tack on one more run. It's 6-4. We're headed to the top of the 7th inning. Can Pottsville tie this one up? We'll see when we come back.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
Take care, Morrilton. They're playing Funky Town. Ballpark. Is this song in Shrek too?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Pottsville down 2 runs here to start this one. 6th inning. And, you know, this is the same order that they started out last inning. Gavin Harris leading off. So, you know, this is a great opportunity for him.
Gavin Harris.
After Harris, you got the top of the lineup coming up. So, if Harris can reach base here, that would be massive.
Yeah.
You know, McElroy last inning struggle with it. That one's in there for a strike. Coach Falls didn't really like that one.
You got it. I know why. First low strike.
He hasn't called many of them, but that one was. They're swinging a miss right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Watches that one down in the zone for strike 3. So we'll bring up Easton Stevens with 1 out, nobody on.
Next up, number 2, Easton Stevens.
Stevens last time he was up to bat, he hit Pottsville first of the game at Pottsville.
Yeah, broke up that no-hitter that was brewing from Mealer. Swing and a miss there.
Hey, come on, E. Right now, if you're Pottsville, you just got to look to string together some base hits. Can't do it all in one hit. Got to get some runners on and get timely hits.
For sure, be patient at the plate. You know, don't swing at anything out of the zone. Let's call it in there for a strike. So 0-2 count now on Stevens. McElroy doing a good job here in the 7th. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Got a swing and a miss down in the zone.
Starting down 2-0 on the first
finding that zone. 8 knowings. 2 outs now. We're going to miss 7 straight strikes from McElroy. Looked like an off-speed pitch, but check swing. He's safe. So McElroy finally does throw a ball.
It's about a magnet cookbook and we cook the magic.
One down the middle for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pottsville down to their last strike, down to their last out. 8 knowings. One of the best hitters on his team. Here comes the 1-2. Ball down to the zone, check swing. He went, but the ball is going to go the backstop. So great job by 8 knowings swinging at that pitch.
Oh, dude. Swinging at that pitch and getting on base is better than still being down in the count and
Right.
watching it.
Exactly.
That's a runner. That's a runner.
When I was in high school and playing, I would always think about, man, if I got down to 2 strikes and I'm like, it's like 0-2 count, the ball's just clearly over my head. Should I just swing at it and then go run to first base?
Do like they do in softball. Just as you're running, just kind of do a little swing.
Yeah, I mean,
just swing and take off.
Right. It works out sometimes. So let's see what Porter can do. Last time he was up, he had a triple. All down in the dirt. Got to be smart here. He's the guy that you would want up in this situation. Close play over there at first. Umpire didn't even give a signal, but he just yelled out, "Safe!" Comes a 1-0 for McElroy. Ball outside. 2-0 count now on Porter. Another check over there at first.
That was really close again. You got to be careful over there.
If Blakely would have been able to catch that ball clean, umpire would have been in a bind right there. Bang, bang, play. So they've been really close. So 2 balls, no strikes on Porter. Swing and a miss. Foul tip.
That was really good off-speed pitch right there.
Owens going. Casey Jones with the throw down to second. Owens going to reach in safely. He's going to third base. So Pottsville threatening again. 3 balls, 1 strike on Porter Lee. Still in it, dude. Still in it.
No quitting this game right now.
I'm sure McElroy's a little frustrated. He's like, dude, I literally just struck out 8 Owens. Now he's on third base. Game should be over. He gets hit right there.
He did swing though, so
yeah,
that's kind of a protect yourself swing, but unfortunately, it still counts.
Ball coming in there that far inside. Hopefully Porter's okay, but umpires are going to talk it over, have a little discussion. You want them to get the call right.
Keep this as a strike call though.
I think so too, but he said, get in the box. Full count, 2 outs. Pottsville down to the last strike once again. So, and I'm telling you, this is the guy you want up in this situation. Comes a full count. Ball down in the zone, gets him to chase. Casey Jones shows him the ball. Ball game's over. Morrilton's going to win this one 6-4.